Well, hello folks, welcome back to my channel. I could have taken our head back today. I need coffee got started. Well, you can see the clock. She is almost 4 a.m. You maybe ask yourself, why the fuck are you still on the sofa, mate? I thought you usually woke up around 11, was maybe out of bed 11:30. Well, or 12 if you want to. Well, yes, normally that is the case, but, well, I was laying it on the sofa. Pretty much my sofa has become my bed these last couple of days. Because I've been listening to ASMR and then falling asleep here, and then, well, here we are, and my headset is probably laying down in the back here now, or whatnot. So basically, I fall asleep, then I take the headset off, be my sleep, and when I woke up, I didn't hear my alarm first of all. This is either because it's fucked, or because I just was so dead ass asleep. But, cat called, but well, I woke up eventually, but my head was hurting. I was just laying here and sleeping really. I was thinking of parents that then cat called me, asked if I were awake, and yes I were awake. So cat has just been here with some food, and well, I'm gonna go and buy some food later. And pick up my gamer sub shaker and my dragon fruit that, well, has been laying there since Monday, but because, well, the tracking from FedEx didn't get imported to Boston, so I never got a notification about it. So, yeah. So that has to be picked up today. That's one thing we already Celesta. And as you can hear, the bass is there, but it's nice and quiet because, well, I'll upload that video first, but basically, if you saw the video before this video, I took and unplugged the fan in my amplifier because well, they use it seeing now, it doesn't need the ample amount of cooling that, well, that thing is getting. I will probably put a, like, 90 by 20 mil Doctor fan in the back there, because I believe Doctor sells 90 fans. And then just use a little like adapter and then just use a splitter. It will still run at max, but it's an octo fan, so it makes way less noise than you know, that squeaky cheap ass original fan. Because it's only DC, so I have to tinker it out a bit on how I'm gonna do it about getting that to work. Well, not tinker it out, basically I just need to take the actual 5-volt wire and the or not the 5-volt wire, or well, you can run them on both 5-volt and 12-volt. Normally they run on 5-volt, I believe, those fans. Basically, I'm just gonna have to wire her up so she acts like a DC fan instead of a PWM fan. Well, I also need to just disregard the sense wire, so basically I need to move the actual power wire, the 5-volt, over to where the sense wire is, and hopefully the spacing will be good enough for me to just plug her into the motherboard, and then just, well, disregard the other one. So that's why I'm going to do it on the adapter, so that way, if I were to take that fan out of there at one point and use it in something else, I don't have to rearrange the actual pins of the actual fan in order to get her to work on other stuff. So that's one thing I've done. So now the amplifier is on 24/7. So that way you can have bass and treble.
They even decided to bring back its older 747-400s later during the same year is truly remarkable. And if you go back to the A380, aside from the airlines that I just mentioned, the Super Jumbos are now also back in service with all Nippon Airways, Asiana Airlines, British Airways, Korean Air, Qantas, and Singapore Airlines.
Cheers.
And of course,
If left that way, just not gonna hold that panel on too well.
So well, we are back. Tiny bit of an update. I'm just sitting here chilling in the sofa, but just watching some YouTube. Because yes, the Telenor TV box, it does actually have YouTube. It does not have Plex though, or Twitch or stuff like that. So I'll probably be using the actual TV. Will I get that? Pull audio from there and use the actual TV for stuff like Plex and YouTube and whatnot. So yeah, and hopefully that will happen. Well, I'm gonna check if I've gotten a message back from Nav. Probably not, since, well, it's Saturday, but hopefully I get one tomorrow. I'm still gonna add to the shop and then get like food stuff or that stuff, then order some food from Foodora, whatnot, like like groceries, whatnot, and then take and maybe order a glass for my S10, which is actually for an S10 Plus and not for an S10, because the last glass I got was the wrong glass. And so that way I can finally get a tempered glass on that thing, so that way you don't have the like glass whatnot on that thing. And I'll maybe be getting a tempered glass for my S21 as well, since I do have some screen scuffs in it. Because it did fall to the ground on the asphalt when I was up north. The glass itself is kind of fine, it's got a few scratches, but it's more on the corner it got beaten up the most. So we'll see what I do about that, but I'm gonna watch this one now. Then I'll probably just put on some random shit. Then I'm gonna go to the toilet. And then we'll probably head out to the shop, pick up that one package and buy some stuff. I'll have to bring my big backpack though, because if I'm gonna bring home a 6-pack, if they still have that discount for a 6-pack of Coke, so like $6.20 for like a 6-pack, then I need my big backpack, because that won't fit the small backpack. Because, well, I have a small backpack, which is technically speaking Jan's backpack, which I've been using these last couple of days. So yeah. And then we'll be heading out, so I'll catch you guys when that happens.
Good night.
Okay folks, we are back. I just checked the bus. I mean, we're not going far, but I don't want to walk down there as well. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's -1 degrees Celsius. Tonight, expect a low of -3 degrees.
Well, I expected it to be colder, because the news yesterday said -10 degrees, but... So I guess it's not that cold, but still.
Was there really too many sounds?
So 17:17 is when it says it's going. Original time is 17:16. So that means we'll be heading out the door about 17:12 or 5:12 p.m. if you will.
Oh. Oh my goodness. Well, it's good to know, I guess. Learn new things every day.
There we go. Did I even have my phone? Ah, there we go. Got my phone as font even in the app now. Oh, nice. But yeah, so 5:12 p.m. we'll head out. Meanwhile, I'm just watching Sherry's father. All my end. Don't remember which generation. I mean, I haven't been catching up on... I haven't updated my VTuber like moments playlists in a while. Normally, I have like...
Far, far away, I believe.
I have become like the... what shall you call it? The VTuber clips hub per se. Basically, I have a few channels of like Obi, Cooksy, Lilac, Fernici Sanchi.
watching them dig
and
treasure.
a few others that I don't remember off the top of my head. But those feature clips are basically, if I find some interesting clips that I like, which is mostly all of them pretty much, I add them to my playlist. So I have a few different playlists. I have Whole Live, I think I have one which is Whole Live JP/ID,
And they have a direct line of
aka Holo X. And then I have one for Whole Live EM. Then I got one for Shoujo. Then I got one for Nijisansi EN, one for Nijisansi AP, and then one for Nijisansi ID.
Just want to help, right?
For Indonesian, or well, most of them are actually Japanese, but no, Japanese is basically just a well, I don't know if saying it's a Japanized Indonesian is correct, but that's practically what it is. Based on my research about it, at least. If you're wondering about this plate, basically the plan is to get a hole saw, which is just about this big, drill a hole in the front of the sofa there, and then screw this plate into the sofa, and then run STP cable from the rack. So 2 ports there are going to be sofa or couch LAN, which is going to go all the way out to come out to the front of there. So if I got people in the sofa, it's only going to be 2 outputs. If it's the end of the world, we can just add a random ass unmanaged network switch down in there. But basically, then we have 2 dedicated LAN ports at the couch, which we can just feed out into computers. I'm still debating if I'm going to put it out here or actually on the edge. I'm still debating about that. I'm going to ask what Oscar thinks. And then of course then this plate will come on top, so it will look nice. So that way, instead of me having like I have now, that I have Ethernet cable going across the floor to the network rack, I can just have a short cable plugging right into the wall, or the wall plugging into a unmanaged network switch, and then that plugging into say 3 computers, for example, if I have multiple people over here and we're practically having a LAN party over here. So
what do you do? Because
that's the thing. But well, there's 4 minutes until we're going to head out to the bus, so I'm going to let you guys charge a little bit more, even though you're still plugged into the charger. I'm going to enjoy my coffee. I'll see you guys when we head out. Well folks, we are heading out. Preferably I would have my sunglasses because it's fucking bright outside. But I don't know where the fuck my sunglasses is. I think they maybe are in Oscar's car. I don't know. I can't find them. I just know if I want to find them, I got 1 minute to find them. Because, well, I don't know where the fuck my sunglasses went. So I guess I'm stuck getting used to the light. So I will see you folks when I'm at the shop. Well, there we're at the shop. I've started shopping. Currently got some coke and some stuff. Probably gonna pick up some snacks as well. And then I'll one package and then I'll be on my way back home. So I'll catch you guys when, well, I'm out of the store per se. Well, then I'm done. I've picked up my dragon fruit. Apparently, I think there was specific tastes or whatnot. It was if you ordered a tub of something, you could get a cup as well. I don't know if they just haven't shipped it out yet or whatnot, so I'm going to contact them about that. And if, well, it was supposed to be sent, I'll just get them to send them separately. So yeah, so I'm now going to shove my ass home, but I'll see you guys when we're back home. Well folks, we are back home. There is the main stuff. There's the second stuff. My jacket lays there now. Out of the way. Ouch, my shoulder, clunk. Let me pop you folks all to the fucking thingamabob. Okay, you guys are on the camera. Thingamabob. So, I was on the phone with Oscar while I was out, and he did not have any holes. So my idea is opening up the balcony door and, well, using my angle grinder to and my cutting disc to cut a hole. Now this is a cutting disc designed for steel and aluminium per se, not wood and, well, fabric. Because basically we need to cut this area out in order to fit the keystones, because the keystones are these, which just
like a vampire bat, and they have the noses.
flips in like that, and then you plug into that one.
And kind of like ugly cute.
Well, I believe it was, no, there, that's the hole. There, with the $50 fin. So there you have an RJ45, and these are Cat 6A rated, I believe. Yes, they're 10 gig rated, so Cat 6A. So basically what we did is this one, that plate, we did well, 2 of these with 2 of those, and then, well, 2 zip ties. As far as the patching goes. Now the big question is how we're going to route it up there. Because the thing is, I have Cat 6, which is fine because we're not doing 10 gig yet. I have Cat 6. I have literally like 1.5. No, not even 1.5. I got 150 meters of it. Because these are 200 meter rolls when they're full. And this one has about half been used, or maybe a quarter. So I have like 175 meters of fucking Cat 6 FUTP in here. The problem is that because it's a metal sheet in here, as you can see right there, there's a little aluminum foil shield. It's a pain in the butt to route it out. Which means we could use that and route it around with that. Or we could wait until I get my Cat 6 STP. Now, as far as for a sofa, it doesn't matter if you have STP or not, really. Because that's just going to be computers. And everything that does want to be STP is like the antenna, the AS50, stuff like that. Is the only thing that really needs to be shielded here. As far as for routing a low power, I would prefer to have shielded or STP, but it should be a problem, I would say. Because if anything for now, then we have to run it along there, along below here, along there, and then it just needs to scooch out under the sofa and land there. But there is my, that thingy-bob. Here's my bread, which I finally bought some new bread. I need like a bread box of some several sort, which I can put in the fridge. And then in the backpack we have 1 Christmas soda. We have a 6-pack of Coke and some other random ass snacks. So let's get you up here to stay. Then let's do the same with the blanket. Get that one up in there as well. This one can just kind of go straight here. And then I'll put you here. You could also go here. Smirnoff. So this is kind of the drink shelf. It's fine. And then we got this one for tomorrow to have together with my bacon. Have more frozen bacon in the fridge. So that's not the end of the world. And then carbonara sauce to have together with spaghetti and the bacon and stuff for carbonara for tomorrow. And today my dinner is this, which is like it's something cat made. It's like this carrot and hot dog, pasta, mix stuff. Okay, then we can reroute our attention to this thing. Now the nice thing today is that I can kind of do projects today. Although I do also technically speaking have live stream today. And I will try and get, because this is my 2nd week where actually all the videos have come out. I need to ask them about my like cup, because I was supposed to have a cup, but well, I haven't gotten any cup, so I'm like, where is my cup? I'm missing a cup. So basically, if I just cut down here now, just there, I can move you back there, which is in, well, I can move you back there, move you there, so then you're in a little bit more of a comfortable position. Just install now. Okay, I gotta do this over the sink. So now if you are clean, then I guess we could, since I'm still kind of tired, I guess we could take and fill her up, I guess. The only shaker cup I have. $700 ml. Oh yeah, forgot. There's a silica packet down in here. 1, 2. Then we. And then Oh, yeah. Some people prefer to keep the silica packet down in there. I tend to not keep it down in there. Then we just put on this thing. We screw on the lid. I just cleaned the floor the other day, god damn it. Well, I
Am I the a-hole for saying that time is a weird soup? Gosh, I should have slept. I stopped planting saplings. More. Probably should go to sleep though. Oh my. Before mom starts calling me, I'll already come and I'll get it. Is it extremely ugly? Maybe. At least something. Every time. I can't find this thing. That is so funny, Martha. What size yourself and shaping it? I don't want to shave it though. I want to shave it.
and they will answer that real quick because they're fucking on answering stuff. Because I usually order gamer subs usually when they have deals like this, because so I haven't had like a gamer subs in ages because I've been out, because like you pay 56. Well, there he's typing for like a tub. There's like, if you get a free cup with it in the same other time, then it kinda
It'll make your face smoother when you apply.
then it kind of weighs up for that extra price because of import. Because import is insane. Like the tub itself, you're only paying like 200 something or 20 bucks. But then it's like 300 in import, so it's like, lord.
Every day. I don't know how often they're shaving their faces.
Because, well, the one I have is in a little bit of a rough shape, we could say.
That's a work in progress. It's kind of cool.
Well, that is my mail stub. So now this is the update from the sound system.
It's imposing.
No, wait. No, never mind. I've already uploaded that one. Never mind. Bye. Never mind. I had already done that one. Which means really it's only this vlog.
Maybe one more week.
Do I have any more of those
Maybe.
Themabobs I can lay along there? Because if I do that, I can't spack up to, even though they're a pain in the butt to work with, I can't spack up to FUTP cables, since that is the only thing I have. If I want it done like this week / next week and don't have to wait 5 well, 5. I don't know how long time it will take for the cable to ship, but if I want it done this weekend or the beginning of next week, then well, Cat 6 FUTP
You can go to 319.
is all the TV have. I like how it says 568B when technically speaking we use 568A
We have plenty of room.
or 556A.
We're not even to 200 yet.
So yeah.
So we shouldn't need to worry about the building it.
Interference safe, yes, because it's of FUTP fucking honking
Feeling this
outdoor cable. So basically we need to clamp it along the wall, if anything. And as far as connectors go, connectors I say, as far as you know, cribs or whatnot, we're pretty out, to put it lightly. We don't have many of those. I have a few I can pull off of this wall after I move that fiber optical cable that we can potentially use, but other than that we're pretty empty. I had some inside of this box at one point, but those got used completely out. So that's not. This one has longer battery life. So shall I take and make this be the phone for controlling the that? I mean, I also have a USB cable that I can just have standing there 24/7. Okay, well, but then this becomes our phone that stays over there. Because I want a phone to stand by the sofa that you could use for adjusting the level of the actual 2 TV channels over there from over by the sofa. So if you're sitting in the sofa, you can control it from there instead of you having to find the laptop or use your main phone, because then that just stays logged in and connected. Of course, every time you re-go into the app while it's connected, if you've had your phone in like standby for a few minutes, it's gonna have to resync, but the resyncing doesn't take that long, and then it can just stay connected 24/7. Well, as far as power goes, that's no problem, because I have this cable which can just stand over here 24/7, plugged into a random ass adapter, which I know I have somewhere. Well, come here. Chromecast will be sacrificed for now, because then I'll just have this one adapter just standing here 24/7, just plugged into this phone. And well, the nice thing about this phone is that it doesn't even need to be plugged in 24/7, because the battery on that thing, even though it's connected to that one, the battery on that thing lasts forever. It's not the most powerful phone in the world, but it's fine for just simply adjusting the fader. It's only like the RTAs and stuff, which is well, per se gonna be a little bit all over the world. Yeah, folks, ready for some work. Yes, I have finished off my food.
Your brain too will be replaced with a worm.
I'll maybe do that. Well, if I do it here, it's going to be nice, because then it can just go either straight up or straight out. And then if you need a switch, we'll just put the switch below or well on the TV bench. I get a properly, or TV bench, TV table or coffee table. And I get a proper coffee table. with the underside and then the top side, so then the underside can just lay that random ass Netgear unmanaged switch, and then so if we need more than 2 outputs, then we can just run 1 into the switch. If it was a managed switch, we could have run 2 for link aggregation. If we can find like 8 port something, or 5 port really is enough, but 5 port or 8 port just small managed switch, Netgear preferably, and use that, then that's great. And I mean, even better, if it's a PoE switch, then that's even better, because then we can just power her off of the original switch and not have an extra cable going there for power, which is even better. So there is gonna be like the area we need to cut out in order to have those two fit in. And then we obviously need to cut a little bit of a wider diameter, because I mean, there's the edges. So if we go like up, so if we go out until like here, then we go up until like... Okay folks, we're about to go and Percy Aggle grind out this shite. I kinda cleared some snow. And well, we have a pile of snow here if shit goes to hell, so well. Now let's go and get our plate. Yeah, if we'll cover that up, good enough. So now we need to get a scrape or something. Oh god. Great, is it gonna snow now? Well, that's great. So now we need to kind of drill holes. And we need to saw that from the inside. Preferably, you know, I would use I mean, if anything, we can just kinda drill ourselves-ish out of this situation. This was never made to cut wood. Well, there you have what I talked about the smoke. And why we were going to do this outside and not inside. Because that's obviously not made to cut wood. Yeah, not my nicest work, but here we are. Well, it's gonna be just about here. No, here, well, it's not a Torx T10, but she works. Now I just need to figure out where that ball of screws went. Normally they have been laying on top of here, but I don't think they're laying here at the moment. Or yes, they are. Never mind. My T10 screws. Etherneted sofa, you say? Well, I definitely said interneted sofa. Keystones, baby. Okay, well then the panel is in, then the only thing to do now is to run the actual cable. Okay, that's what I would call the easy part of the job done. Now the hard part comes, which is running the fucking cable. Because the cable is a fucking slonky honk piece of slonk. Well, I've rolled out 12 meters of cable. I've put the server side keystones on. So really now, the next thing is gonna be hooking them into the patch panel, zip tying them down to the patch panel, and then start feeding them down. It's gonna be a pain behind the TV bench, and we have kind of a problem, and that is we need to pick those holders, those cable holders. We need to pull out the ones that are in the bedroom that was holding the fiber optic before the fiber optic moved there to provide audio from that thing. Well, eventually gonna provide from the TV. I've also been looking at Mixer. Some of you guys are probably going to say this is a desecrated, but you know what? Same shite. I'm just going to buy an MG10. And I'm just going to shock an MG10 down in there. Feed in the RCA and call it a day. Because that one has XLR out. And I mean, I've kind of wanted an MG10 anyway. To have for smaller shows. Well, smaller shows that are even smaller than those shows. So instead of me having to drag with me. Of course, now this one is going to be stuck on duty like a, per se, by audio there. But if I have a show coming up that I know I just need a tiny mixer, the mixer is just standing there, so it's easy for me to just plug out 2 RCAs, plug out 2 XLRs, and just pull the fucker with me. Because then this is easy for just using on a CD player, an acoustic guitar, and a bass, for example, and a few mics. Because the bass guitar and the acoustic guitar I can feed right into this board. Because the analog channels here, well, those are line channels. So I may need a direct box anyway.
What is she saying?
But I can run them right in if they don't mind a little bit of difference in sound.
I'm sorry. You know I was coming around.
Granted, I do not have gain control on that. Thus meaning we will need to have an external preamp.
On the stream. We have to draw the line.
But that's not the end of the world. So basically where we are now is that we need to start feeding these. And the thing that's gonna be the most annoying part of feeding this is, well... is well back here. Because we need to feed a cable along here. I can unplug my cellular cable though to kind of mitigate that one being in the way. But as far as these other cables, they kind of just have to stay. My plan is to just run them along this list, hammer them into the list, and then just feed them along the list here, now along this list, around, and then scoot her in the back there, and then forward, and then into the actual plate. So as far as, you know, the idea is pretty self-explanatory. Doing it, however, is a little more complicated. So yeah. So well, I mean, the one thing that can be ideal is, you know, because, well, you know, actually feeding them in is not the problem. Feeding them in is, well, the easy part, or well, somewhat. Because that's just to do that. Grab a zip tie. Put a zip tie down into the like cradle on the patch panel. And then just kinda snoop her down. And bada bing bada boom, there the cable is connected to the patch panel. So connecting them to the patch panel is not a problem. That's the easy part. So that is the cables fed from the patch panel. Now begins the fun job of feeding these back. Then we need to use the tester to figure out which fucking cable goes where. Then we need to patch them and put them into the right hole. Howdy Rias. Normally you would be the one sitting on my face, but today it's me sitting on your face. Because I don't want to sit on the hard ass floor. No, she bendy, but by any luck. Lord. Well, you can come out, but I kinda need you to still dangle here. Because I kinda want my HVAC to still work. Thank you very much. Lord. Well, how good they will work, we don't know yet, but we are gonna try, and I don't even know if I'm even gonna bother trying to get this one out. No, I'm not even gonna. And that one is dead.
I feel,
This is a tight situation. This is because, well, the only thing it's gonna do, realistically speaking, is hold the cable in here. In order to have access around here, in order to feed this shite down along this wall. And then if we put like just one-ish semad in the middle, something, I don't know the fuck. Since we're kind of limited. I mean, if you get at least one cable ran, that's better than none, but I'd prefer to have both of them ran. So I'm gonna let you folks charge, and I'm gonna do the rest of this off camera, and we'll be back. Okay, I'm back with just a handheld update. I've gotten the cable ran around here. Then I'm gonna put one more here. Then I'm gonna run her down, put one down here in the corner, and then she's just gonna scoot right into under the sofa, and then I'll just have to straighten her up a little bit under the sofa, and then she'll go into the keystone, and then that will go into this one. So if there's a little bit of a ball of cable underneath there, not really the end of the world, but yeah, we got plenty of cable left. Actually seem to be quite perfect. So we are chugging along, and well, I've counted, even though some of these are a little scuffed, we should have enough for those two cables pretty much exactly, so wish me luck everybody. Okay folks, welcome back. The cables are ran. I'm gonna add a few zip ties down in there to keep these together somewhat. Now, preferably I would have used black those and more of them, but you know, when you don't have any more, then well. Now the thing that is kind of with these ones is that it's the same type of deal, but they're not really well, they're a little more pain in the butt to work on, we could say. And I mean, really, for underneath the sofa, it doesn't matter if you have some amounts of exposed cable. That's not the end of the world. I really hope this just works.
Wait, this is the real.
Yeah, you have cell service until you're at like 10,000 feet, and then after 10,000 feet it's like dead. Oh, lol, Fauna.
Music all the way? Yeah. If it's a short flight, I might just listen to music. But I need I listen to music in the car.
So yeah, so let's just hope that the actual last bit here is gonna be pain-free.
I would want to bring
And go straight forward.
out the window.
So that one is that way, yes.
Sometimes there's not
Which means I need to invert these fuckers again, like per usual. And then as far as the green side goes, they are already on the correct side. So it's just a fucking orange and those fucks. That's the only ones I need to fucking invert. The rest of them, they are just like, nah, it's fine.
Because I knew I was going to have to go to idol meeting. And I fear the social anxiety of if you're sitting next to someone and they
Sit there and suffer. So basically what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna snip them normally first with this one, and then I'm gonna use my scissor to snip them even shorter, because these are very picky about the cable length.
Maybe you're the pilot. I hope you're the pilot. Or you're Agent 47. Business class? I don't know. I feel like the flights are so expensive on planes. Is it even worth it? It's so expensive.
So you are the inside notch, which means this way is how you...
Or they're like credit card or something. I didn't get in first class once. Because I waited too long to book my plane tickets, and all the seats were full. And this was when I went to Europe for a school trip, and the only seat left was first class.
So then I am gonna put a label on them just to... so I know which gosh darn number they are out of the couch.
It does not feel like it's
And then we hope that this thing just works as intended.
This is what Minecraft is like.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It is a lot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay! Cable 1, and that is actually couch 1. So would you look at that? I fucking nailed it, boy. Soon.
Never bought
We soon have sofa ethernet. Oh, this project, like, it seems like I'm complaining that this is a big project, and no, it's not really. But to be honest, this project would have been easier if I haven't had to deal with this FUTP cable. If it was STP, it would have, well, been harder to deal with than UTP, but it would have been way easier to deal with than this out there FTP or FUTP shield. The things I do to make me enjoy me home. Yes. And I mean, here's the thing. Half of the internet in this place isn't even wired up yet. No, bedroom still doesn't have Ethernet, which, well, it would have had if it wasn't for us. If it wasn't for us not being able to feed a cable through that channel. The bedroom would, well, yes, that was what I just said. The bedroom would have have. Well, there is a cable going through my computer, so that's fine. There is supposed to go a cable over to that side. And then there's supposed to go cable to surveillance studio right, surveillance studio left, surveillance bedroom, surveillance hallway, and then we got the one surveillance down in the cellar. And well, then the NVR is just gonna go in and then out into the back of the NVR. So that one's fine. And then one access point, which I was planning of just putting in the roof. I'll maybe just put it on the wall here so I don't have to drill into the concrete. The one in the hallway, however, I'm gonna have to drill into the concrete. Basically speaking, I probably don't need an access point out in there, but I'm just like, why not? Then I also have an AP closer to my washing machine than what, well, the AP here would be. Well, I mean, besides, I need to run cables out there to the box, which is gonna house the NC anyway. And I gotta run a cable down there, so I'm gonna have to run shit out there anyway. So it's not like it's a hard thing to do, since I need to run cables there anyway. So it's like, now, are these already the correct way or what? Well, we're at the point. This is number 2. And then we got number 1. There we go. Then carefully back down she goes. Well, we're at the point. This is number. Then the slung goes down. And back into the sofa per se. Yeah. Okay. Then we go and plug in to port number 8. We plug port number 8 into our La Testar. Come on. Come on. Then we turn on the tester. Then
I'm a bit worried.
we got all our channels. Then we connect out of number 1. We hook into number 9. We hook in to couch 2. And then we check couch 2. Well,
I watched them.
that means we have hooked something wrong in that keystone. Which means I need to go out with the second keystone and re-terminate that, because it looks like 3 and 6 is inverted.
Use the internet and watch it when I wanted.
That means we need to go out with number 2 and repatch this one, because we have apparently patched this one wrong. So let's see what we fucked up.
He's so good. He is. Yeah, Zuko is good.
Yeah, we fucked up the
Potatoes.
which means we are gonna have to re-strip this cable. Well, once this shit is in, then well, I'll never have to touch it again until, well, we potentially swap out the FUTP cable fully with SDP, or when I
They had it for season 2. When is season 2 happening?
go 10 gig per se. It's like you can get 10 gig over Cat 6, but how stable it is gonna be very
Generated structure in Minecraft.
well, up and down. I believe you can run that on lower, just that you can need to run very short distances and your latency may be like all over the road per se. If I remember anything correct from my network infrastructure, skibidi bop bop per se. So yes,
And then the branches will go.
yeah, so this is the point where,
So ominous.
so brown and you,
It looks so
then blue and orange, so everything is actually on the correct place this time. And this time we make sure to terminate them on the right place too, so that way I don't have to deal with the shit not working. So boom, there you are, and there are blue. And you are blue, big blue you, yes. And then we have the blue, orange, white, which comes here, and not the orange. And the orange goes on the outer spoke. There we go, good. Then as far as this side goes, the green, white goes on the outer spoke. And we have a piece of, well, yes. Because both the orange and the green was hooked the wrong way around. Because there was two that was not corresponding. Okay. Then I'm gonna take the sweep. And I'm just gonna take the sweep. And then I'm gonna take and sweep out all this Ethernet cable madness from underneath here.
I mean, we can test it and make it right.
Okay. Repatched her later. I had swapped the brown white, now the orange and orange white, and the green white and green around. But now, if you turn this thing on, they should all be going in the direct matter order. Good. That means we now officially have couch Ethernet and no more cables going across the floor. Okay. Repatched her later. I had swapped the brown white. That means I can also now orange and orange white and the green white and green put you kinda underneath here. If you turn this thing on and then run her up along here. Going in the direct matter order. And then plug her in here. Granted, it's not STP, but she works. Couch Ethernet. And no more cables going across the floor. Yes. Okay. Repatched her later. I had swapped the brown white, now the orange and orange white, and the green white and green around. But now, if you turn this thing on. So now if we put you on the sofa, you just stay here for that thing. Couch Ethernet. cables going across the floor. Okay. Repasture later. I had swapped the brown white, now the orange and orange white, and the green white and green are out. But now, if you turn this thing on, they should all be going in the... Okay! Wow! We have couch Ethernet, baby. That means couch internet. That is now fixed. Then the next job is to install the software for my X32, or well, the Mix app, however, onto this device, and then turn off. I'm gonna have to log into Google, so I'm gonna have to turn off like all the notifications and shit, unless I'm already logged in there, which I may be because I never reset this phone. So this is just gonna be a random phone which is just gonna lay in the corner of my in the corner here. And I mean, theoretically speaking, I only need to be logged in to download the app. After I've downloaded the app, I can just, well, I don't know, since I'm using the Mix app Pro, I may not be able to do that, but we'll see. Okay guys, so I am back to give you guys the final update and the final clip of this video before I'm gonna quickly jump in the shower and try and be quick in there and then stream some. But we got our couch Ethernet ran. She's sitting down in here. Got her running here, she's nice and good. I got just these two patch cables, not the best patch cables in the world, and longer than they need to be, but here we are, running to couch 1 and couch 2, and then they go along in the back here, along the wall, along the wall here, down along the wall here, and then they scoot into the sofa, and then, well, you can't really see it, but then they plug into the panel. So she's working good, and I have also set up this other phone, finished now, for X32 control. So now you can control the mixer through here if you need to control the media thing. So this one just sits on the side of the sofa. So that way, if you put something on and the volume is either too loud at the lowest settings or too low once you have turned it so much up, you can go onto there and adjust the fader without having to pull forward and use the computer. If the computer is off, or go there and start moving stuff, you can just do it all via the X32 from the sofa. So that's nice. So yes, that's gonna probably be the end of this video. Been a long video as far as recording standpoint goes. As far as how long the video actually was, I don't know before I edit it, but I'm gonna head in the shower now, and then I'm gonna try and stream some, probably Destiny or Tekkit, one out of the two, maybe both. So yes, I will say thank you guys for watching. Been Necolive here, or Carl if you will, Necolive Tech in IRL. If you liked the video, a like would be greatly appreciated, and as always, check out the links down below for my link tree with all my socials, my gaming channel, and my Twitch. As well, I'm going to be streaming on later now. So yeah, other than that, stay tuned, stay awesome, and Necolive out.